Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you may be in the world. This is by Hook or by Needles, and I am Sam. And today we are going to do the double crochet. The double crochet is also known as a treble crochet. That is the UK terminology. In the US, we refer to it, I say we, I'm not in the US, but the US refer to it as a double crochet. You will find that there are many Australians and New Zealanders that used to use the UK terminology now use the US terminology, and in fact many UK people use the US terminology as well. So let's just go back to our previous two samples. We've got our single crochet, which is a US terminology. In the UK it's called a double crochet. Then we got they've got the half double crochet. In the UK it's known as a half treble, whereas the US call it a half double crochet. So these are my two samples. Pretty good little squares, almost perfectly the same size. I'm going to be using these just as samples, as sample swatches, just so that I can, say that I know with this size yarn and this size hook, which is what I'm using today, it is, oops, can we see, let's get rid of that, maybe that makes a difference. No, well, you can just see it there, a G hook or a 4mm hook, because I'm once again going to be using double crochet, I'm going to be using 8-ply yarn, which is known as DK yarn in the US, and in the UK it's known as DK in the UK, 8-ply in Australia, and in the US it's known as 3-weight. It gets so confusing. Why we can't just have the same names for everything, I don't know, but there we go. So that's what we've done previously. We will look, and you can see we have our graph here. Now we have 17 chain across here, like we have with the previous graphs that we have made. Each one of these is a chain, and whereas with the single crochet we did 1 chain, with the half double crochet we had 2 chain, but with the double crochet we have 3 chain. And the double crochet is made like a T with a stroke through the middle. The stroke can be straight like that or slanted. And the reason why it might be slanted is just that if there's lots of them close together, it just stops them from, melding into the next one, the one before it. So we are going to chain 17, then we're going to chain 3 more, and we're going to put our first double crochet into our 4th chain or 4th back bump from the hook, and then we're going to do 17 double crochets, 3 chain again, and 17 double crochets. So just to remind, this was the symbol for a double crochet or a single crochet in the US. So that's SC in the US, or double crochet in the UK. The next stitch we learnt was just like a little T, and that is a half treble, half TR in the UK, and a half, whoops, in the US it's a half double crochet, HDC. The double crochet is like a T with a slant through it. This slant, think of it as representing how many yarn overs you do. Now yes, you do a yarn over with the double crochet, the half double crochet, but then you go through all 3 loops on your hook with one swoop. That doesn't happen with this. So this is known as a treble, represented by TR in the UK, or a double crochet DC in the US. Yeah, I know, it can get confusing, but the beauty with knowing the symbols is it doesn't matter what they're called. When you're looking at a graph, if you know that that's your yarn over once, pull through 2, pull through 2, then, or a double crochet or a treble or whatever you want to call it, then that's all you need to know. It doesn't really matter what it's called. Okay, and that's the beauty of learning your graphs. So that's what we're going to do today. Just wanted to show you that before we get started. I've got my yarn, which is an 8-ply. I've got my 4mm hook, which is a G, and I'm going to hit my light and chain 17. So we do our slip knot. Hopefully by now you've learned how to do your slip knot and your chains, and you also learned how to hold your yarn more comfortably for you. And we're just going to do chains 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Now, as the graph showed us, we are going to do 3 chain. We used to do 1 for the half double, 1 for the single, because that was a short stitch, and we just went straight in. We went into the second chain. We did 2 chain, and we went into the third chain for our half double crochets. But today we're doing double crochets, and we're going into the 1, 2, 3, 4th chain, or the 4th back bump. So to start, we do a yarn over the hook, just as we did with our half double crochet, and we're going to go into that back bump. We're going to pull through our yarn, just as we did with our half double crochet, but this time we're not going to pull through all 3 in one go. We're going to pull through 2 only, and then we're going to pull through 2 again, and that is our double crochet, or if you're in the UK, that's your treble. So we're going to go yarn over again. We're going to go into that second, or the next back bump, bring our yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2, 2 double crochet, yarn over hook, into our back bump, pull through our yarn, our working yarn, pull through 2, and pull through 2, remembering to turn your hook downwards so it slides easily through those loops. Yarn over, into the back bump, pick up a loop, hooks down, pull through 2, hooks down again, pull through the next 2. Okay, I'm going to work the rest in silence so that you can speed up without me sounding like a chipmunk, or if you wish you can even slow down without me sounding like the Jolly Green Giant. So here we go. And we're down to our last one. So we yarn over, go into that final back bump, pull through a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we've done a row of double crochet, or trebles if you're in the UK. We're going to do chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn our work. Once again, it doesn't matter if you turn your work clockwise or anti-clockwise. It won't matter at all, provided you just maintain some consistency there. Now, if we look, we will be able to, as long as it doesn't go blurry, you'll be able to see where we're going to be putting our hook into these holes here. And hopefully by now that you've sort of learnt a few stitches with me, you will have, decided how you're going to hold your hook. You've decided how you're going to get your tension and that you're comfortable, and you're possibly crocheting a little bit faster and ready to learn a little more. So second row, we just go straight into that first hole or first stitch. Now if you ever get lost and you don't know where you're going, turn your work so you can see the V. Do your yarn over, turn your work so you can see the V, and then slide your hook in through the V. You'll have 2 strands on your hook, no more, no less, and that will give you, and that way you know you've gone into the stitch. Okay. Double crochets are used quite a lot in crochet. They are a good size. They're not too small and they're not too large. You will get obviously gaps happening with it, but it's quite a popular stitch for all sorts of things, you know, hats, scarves, blankets, all the usual stuff that we've mentioned before. But they are also you know, just very versatile, and they're used a lot. You can use them, you can do crossovers with them, you can do back posts and front posts, and we'll get to all that later on. But yeah, so there's a lot you can do with all of the stitches. But I would say overall the double crochet is probably the most used stitch when it comes to just, you know, making normal you know, clothing or pattern stitches and that sort of thing. Whereas if you're doing amigurumi and that sort of thing, then the most commonly used stitch will be your single crochet, which we know is also called the double crochet in the UK. So, almost at the end of our second row, and hopefully you are following along and you've gotten to the end without too much hassle. And there we are. That's our double crochet. Edges are straight. Which is what you want. And that's my drawing. Oops, sorry. And you will see what we have done. Matches our diagram. We've done our 17 chain, then we added 3 for the side. We've done 17 double crochets across, done 3 chain again, 17 double crochet across, and you just keep going like that. So I'm going to leave you there with it. I'm going to work up this into a square so that I have another swatch for myself. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and join me when we next do the treble crochet in the US terminology, or the what's known as the double treble in the UK. Yep. So I'm going to finish off my square, and I'll see you next time. Good luck, and bye for now.